Hello everyone, and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars, week 69, day 4. So, today we are going to be finally messing around with Vespera. So, of course, Vespera was a mythic that ends up coming in last Friday? Pretty recently. Wasn't it last Friday? Am I going crazy? 2 Fridays ago. Never mind. We had faction last Friday. So 2 Fridays ago, very, very recently. And we haven't actually had the chance yet to run it for Guild Wars for the reason of, well, we haven't had a Guild Wars since then yet until today. So we finally have a Guild Wars. And yeah, we're going to finally be messing with that and seeing how she does. Also, this light is way too bright. There we go. A little bit more even now. I was wondering why it was so much brighter. There we go. But anyways. We're going to go mess with her, see how viable she actually is for Guild War, and see what her overall viability is, because a Guild War is pretty much the only thing she's going to be used for. As far as the team we're going to be rolling with, it is this one right over here. If we can go switch right over to it. Yeah, Guild War, and we're running with this thing. Also, do keep in mind, you do not get penalized in Guild War for using multiple of the same color offensively. Defensively, you do. Offensively, you do not, so do be wary of that. But we were going to go down with Death Knight. Shahbanu Vespera, or Death Knight with Anu Scepter, I should say. Shahbanu Vespera and double Winter Imp. And we're going to see how this goes. Only real big issue is it's extremely bad against freeze. However, luckily on this first battle, we do not have any freeze to deal with. So let's hope that happens on every single one of these battles, as that would be very beneficial. But we'll see how it goes and go from there. We're starting with 20% mana. The rest don't really matter too much. Could either go with 16 HP, 8 or 8 magic. Either or would probably be fine. And as far as the matchup today, it looks like we're about even, since we're 7 battles ahead and 14,000 points ahead. And we're in second place in our bracket. However, there looks like a bit of a gap between first. However, if they've done all of their battles, that's actually not a gap. That means we're actually ahead. However, again, we have no way of knowing how many battles they've done. Definitely looks like we're making top 3, though of course there's a new mechanic as of this most recent patch, where you get 50 gems if you make first place. So it is advised to make first place if we can, but we'll see how it goes and go from there. But anyways, let's go see how this does. So it is guarantee blue day today. So let's go use a blue team for this and hopefully be able to take it out. I don't really see any real big issue other than getting completely trolled by Spirit Fox somehow or something. It's the only thing that can kind of end up clipping us a little bit there. But it should be fine overall. Anyways, let's get into it, see how it goes, go from there. But hello, everyone! Hope all of you have been doing well. Hello, Mobarashi. Hello, Jellybean. Hello, Bill. Hello, William. Hello, Zeddicus. Hello, Gustavo. Hello, Drock Savage. And hello, Kevin. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so, let's see how this finally does. Let's get this Vespera rolling. What do I want to take next? Gotta be careful, he does have Drain on Skull. And for that reason, I feel like I should go all in onto our Vespera. Tried for Sky Brown. Didn't get it. Ooh, we got a lot of good mana out of that. Woo! Whoa, 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 whoa. Good thing he finally ended his turn there. Gosh, that was way too much value. Okay, can we just counter into instant win? Go. You know you want to. Come on, this is Guild Wars. You know you want to. Oh, also, this hero class starts with Blue Storm, so hopefully we can get rolling within 6 turns. In this case, we already got rolling, which should hopefully allow us to infinite, or at least infinite a little bit smoother. So, of course, all we have to do is just keep buffing up like crazy. And this will give us basically infinite mana. And then we kill, and then rinse and repeat for 4 more battles, and hopefully not die. And that's the game plan. And we'll see what she scores. I feel like she can score 9,500, 9,600. But this is the first time I've gotten to use her in practice, or pretty much anyone, really. Because I don't think there's been another viable day that would have ran her. Well, I guess Yellow Day. Did Yellow Day happen yet? I don't think Purple has. Pretty sure we ran something completely different for Yellow, though. Blue still seems like one of her stronger days at the moment. Mostly because of Winter Imp. Not to mention that whole thing is actually available. She was available recently, and the Winter Imps are available on Drop Table right now. Okay, this is a bit of a bad board, but we should have enough spawn to get it. Also, he has Purple Storm going right now, which isn't horrifically bad because we have a chance of accidentally spawning purple. It's not the most favorable gem to have more of on the board because that can happen. But it should be okay, hopefully. So nothing too bad happened there. Good thing it doesn't convert purple to Doom Skulls, or else that would have been really problematic. Only real big issue here is we don't really have the mana to work off of. I can go get a 15 destroy. I feel like that's the way we're leaning, so we'll go for that. Unfortunately, oh, never mind, that did give us full mana. As long as he doesn't do anything too bad here, we should be fine. Please end your turn. Stop, stop, ow, stop, stop. Okay, that hurt our points drastically. Let's just keep doing this till we get an extra turn. Oh, we're frozen, but we can just double cast at this point and we should be fine. Ooh, that was a bit shaky there, but I think we are fine. We'll cast this, cast the other one, and that should be dead. Okay, and we also have the backup Death Mark there on Death Knight. It's one of the other reasons why I'm running Death Knight, other than the fact that it gets to game barrier at start of battle and Blue Storm and all that, and having Storm Tree, which is actually the biggest thing that we're using it for, because off of Storm Tree we can give it an explode every single time we take an extra turn and an extra magic to all elementals. But one of the other things we're actually using it for is it's 4 times Death Mark. So if it happens to die, which will happen occasionally, like that battle right there, we'll have a backup plan of being able to go and Death Mark all of them, which might happen again because we're up against freeze again right now, which is annoying. But Vespera can still work slightly around it, especially if we naturally cleanse it. Because as long as it only does its initial freeze and then we infinitely loop it, we should be fine in most situations. So, right here, we're just going to take mana. Actually, do we just take mana? Yeah, we'll take it that way, actually. Grab all that mess. Let him do his thing. Ooh, he got way too much value there. Winter Imp's dead. Oh no, this might be the battle we lose someone on. Well, technically we lost someone on the previous battle, too. But this might be the battle we lose our whole team. Okay, we'll grab that for now. Actually, we already got Vespera. Only unfortunate part here is we are frozen. I should probably give that to our first slot to make sure it doesn't die. Please get unfrozen right now. Would be great. Okay, that works. He's technically unfrozen now. It's not exactly how I wanted to get unfrozen, but that technically made us unfrozen, so I'll work with that. That's fine. That technically works. If anything, that just made our team stronger, not weaker. Quite ironically. Also, can we get a summon? She has a 25% chance each time. You know you want to. Ooh, that was a big miss. How much damage are we up to? Not enough is how much damage we're up to. Don't kill that. That's our only damage. You even knew that was our only damage source. Okay, that didn't go too smooth. We're not frozen on yellow, though, are we? So we'll grab all that mess. I guess we cast. Do it into blue again. Cast and then win? Wow, that was a weird battle. Oh, no. We got Submerge. Wait. Oh, no. I forgot to set it to Dispel. We do actually have Dispel. However, I didn't end up setting it. Completely forgot about that for this battle. Probably should have. What even is this battle? Don't kill that. Please, we need a win. I need my first slot to not die. Would be great. Please use Rope Dart on someone. Other than our first slot. I should have specified. Okay, that's problematic. What now? Okay. What is the game plan? Do we just make Vespera unkillable? Apparently, she's the only thing we have left. Okay, go, Vespera, solo. I know you're allowed to. Let's see. Time to make your comeback with your 621 attack. What on earth is that attack? Please stop being frozen. Well, we didn't lose. And she has like 1,000 all stats. Okay, let me go resummon my whole team so I don't lose as many points. But that was a heavy indirect loss. We didn't actually lose, obviously, but gosh, she is so good at comebacking. That battle was so lost. Oh, look at that. 1,000 attack on first slot. Perfect. She has like 1 billion magic by the end of that battle. She didn't lose. Okay, let me double check if they're running something with freeze or submerge, because we desperately need Dispel. It's one of the other benefits of using Death Knight in this instance, is we can transition to Dispel when we need. However, freeze will always be annoying against this team. That will never not change. Every infinite loop is bad against freeze. That will never change ever, unless we somehow get a way to consistently 4 times cleanse off of any color, or just off of extra turns. However, that is currently not a mechanic. There's a way to 4 times cleanse off of yellow, but there's no way to 4 times cleanse off of extra turn. You can use an extra turn to get a cleanse, but there's no ability like on 4 times, 5 times gems to cleanse. It currently does not exist. Okay, do we just go for 1 shot or go for 2 shot? I guess at this point we go for 2 shot. I say that as we do that again. Oh no, how much damage do we need? What is all that added together? 85, 95. I should probably do a calculator for it just in case. I need this to be exact. So, what do we have here? They have no spell reduction, right? I don't think any of them have spell reduction. No, Titan has none. You have none. You have none. Okay, just double checking. Oh, what's the values we have here? We have an 85 plus a 77 plus another 85. Oh, wait, did I do 80? Okay, I add 10 to that. Whoops. Equals plus 10. Okay, that's 257. Your boost ratio not enough. Okay, one more time. 257. Yeah, that's enough damage now. Also, hello, Mehmet. Hello, Steve. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Itsy Bitty. Welcome, everyone. Okay, that should be kill. Dead. That Lust almost got a kill on us. Yeah, that's what Lust does. Luckily, it's not double Lust. Okay, what are we up against? Again, no freeze. Should be fine. Same kind of premise that we're just up against. Only real big issue is if we get webbed. However, it needs a lot of mana to web us, and we should be able to infinitely loop prior to it doing that. Okay, just put Green Storm on us. That is unfortunate. What do we grab? Well, we definitely let him skull us. That's not full mana. However, it is very close. I guess we just take a purple and then just destroy everything. And we'll give him another skull because we kind of have to. Oh, wait, never mind. That doesn't give him a skull. Perfect. I can grab a free skull here. I don't think I want it, though. Might as well just go into loop. I say that as we miss loop. That is problematic, actually. Because now he might get enough mana before we can get rolling. Because we're still slightly short. Okay, please don't fail now. Might even need to do this sum to first slot in case we do fail, just so it has enough to not die. Okay, I think I got enough randoms to not die now. Need a little bit more. 286. That should be enough damage. 350. Yeah, you don't have spell reduction, do you? No. And nothing else does. And that's way more than enough damage, so that should kill. Oh no! It killed one! Why did it have to steal our points at the end there? We lose points if we're missing any amount by the end. And I think that does count towards that. 9,400. But we did have a horrific battle, and we technically died on last battle. We had one battle that we should have lost that we didn't lose. And in our last battle, we lost a troop due to very unlucky Lust right at the end there, which we couldn't really help. I guess we could have stat buffed it a little bit more. But oh well. Not too big a deal. I don't know. It wasn't horrible. It's really good at comebacking. Like, it's really, really good at not losing. We had a battle we should have lost and completely obliterated it. But, I don't know. I think it's still worth it. We'll need more data to really know. But, I don't know. I like it. It's a lot of fun to use, if nothing else. It's just so bad versus freeze. So ridiculously bad. Not to mention, it's not as consistent a loop as something like Truffles. And you can actually use pure Truffle here, too. You can use Forest Troll, double Forest Guardian into Mirage Queen. You can use that variant of a Truffle team in Guild Wars. The only big issue with that is freeze, obviously. Because that one gets disabled even more off of freeze compared to this team. Oh, no, I'll take it. That's fine. And there we go. And that brings our average to like 9,450 or so this week. As far as what we average per day. Not too bad. Okay, so that's what Vespera looks like in Guild Wars then. It definitely seems decent. We'll need to test it more to really see. Especially if we can get a Guild War where we don't have any freeze at all. So that'd be very, very rare to ever happen. Just because how many Frost Mages are out there. Being all annoying. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my Explorer team. Let's wipe these out real quick. Hello, Matt. Hello, AG Walker. Welcome, welcome. This is a weird question. There's no weird questions. But you can't get an answer anywhere, even though you've asked the question a number of times on Gems of War Twitter. Where is the game sharing area? Game sharing area? What do you mean by game sharing area? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Do you mean teams? Also, wow, I just got 1,000 glory drop off of that. Or do you mean where you can go to share your entire team? Like every single troop that you have? Because there's a tool for that as well. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by game sharing area. Unless you mean just information. In which case, it's a Gems of War forum. And if you mean information in general, it's Gems of War forum. If you're referring to where you go to share all the troops that you have to someone else, you do it on gemsofwardatabase.com, which is GOWDB.com. And as far as teams, there isn't really any dedicated place for teams. Though generally a guild will share your teams, and I generally cover team videos. A few other people occasionally cover teams too on YouTube. He wants a link? I'm not sure what he wants a link to, though. Are you doing Guild Wars? We just finished Guild Wars. Yes, we were just doing Guild Wars, if that's what you're referring to. Yeah, we just finished it up. We were doing Vespera and Guild Wars. It goes pretty quick. We had 2 pretty bad battles. We had one battle that we almost lost against Divine Ishbal Aquilin. And final battle, due to lust on the final thing, we ended up losing a troop. Which at minimum cost us like 50 to 100 points just for losing a single troop on final battle. That's like the worst spot you want to lose one. All the other ones we actually finished with a 4 team. Even the one we were killed us down to 1 troop. That one probably cost us the most amount of points. Like the 3rd or 4th battle, whichever one it was. I think it was 3rd. We ended up getting... we basically almost lost against Divine Ishbal Aquilin. But we ended up resummoning the entire team. Getting 1,000 all stats and then killing it with Vespera. Vespera basically soloed the battle by the end, which was really funny. And I mentioned that too. She has a really good backup plan for Guild Wars. She has one of the most solid backup plans of any troop in Guild Wars. And that if she feels like it, she can just solo the entire enemy team. As long as you don't get too unlucky. Oh, you're looking for assets of the game? The best place to go for that is terransworld.com. The link to it's actually in the description. I believe it's the second link in the description. It's where it says Gems of War upcoming troops info. If you go to that website and go to any of the tabs, particularly troops or kingdoms or anything like that, there's a bunch of assets for the game. Things like the backgrounds that are used, things like all the troops within the game, things like all the hero class icons, and a good majority of the assets within the game are all available there. They're not composed in like a background like format, but you can easily just compile them into one. It's what I use for thumbnails and stuff like that. It used to be an easy way to access them in the files, but easiest way now is just to do it through Terrans World. And just to grab all the icons from there. Gems of War database, I believe, also has them. I normally just use Terran's World these days. How am I liking the Slayer class? Well, I'm pretty much just using it literally for the sake of leveling it. I don't personally care for it much because it's basically just Warlord. But, I don't know, I guess in the context that we're using it in right now, it's theoretically slightly better than Warlord for these random battles. But I'm only using it solely for the purpose of leveling it and no other reason. Once we have it at level 70, I'll probably go and get an actual useful hero class upgraded. Stop leveling this for a little while. There's our dailies over there. Of course, we did Bounty Hunter earlier today. That's the biggest thing that ended up rolling around today. Ideally, we'll have it completed tomorrow. We'll have 4 more battles. And with the extra sigils, that's hopefully enough to get it done tomorrow. And if not, we'll just get it done on Sunday. But, yeah, we were able to get it done with Tier 5. And other than that, yeah, leaderboard's pretty expensive to get onto. I believe you need to buy like every single pack once, including Tier 7, I think, to reach it right now. Which isn't really worth it for the reward you get. Because unlike some events, you basically get no reward for this event after you've completed out all this bounty hunter area. Like after you get all rewards, you get no additional loot aside from leaderboard. Like all these battles are basically pointless. once you reach reward 20. Anything beyond reward 20 that you do has basically no effect, or literally has no effect other than trying for leaderboard. You just get 2 trophies per battle, which is basically just like doing anything else in the game. And that's pretty much the only loot you get, so not really much. So once you get all rewards, it's pretty much as far as you should ever really go, unless you really want leaderboard for whatever reason. You try for more orbs, but it's not really advised to go for. Anyways, let me go clear out dungeon real quick. Hand out a code, go from there. Let's not use that one. Let's use our key team, kill it out a bit quicker. Let's see. For common rarity, feels like only bounty and guardian troops worth meddling. Pretty much. Well, bounties are underneath rares, not common. But yeah, for common, it seems like, for the most part. For common, you mostly only upgrade the guardian troops, with a few exceptions like deviled eggs, the dragon eggs, and a few others. And for rares, you mostly only upgrade the bounty troops. There are exceptions, but for the most part, you could just use that rule of thumb and it'd be fine. Do you have a video that goes into how the points work in Guild Wars? Yes. It's from like about a year or so ago. I haven't bothered updating it because it technically hasn't changed. Quite literally, the only thing that has changed since then has just happened this most recent patch, in that you get 50 gems whenever you make first place. However, the scoring system has not changed for like a year and a half now. The main things you need to know about how to maximize your score is obviously you use 4 of the color day. So if it's blue day like today, make sure you use 4 blue troops. And that will maximize your score in that. Do keep in mind they are allowed to be the same troop. They just have to all be the same color. So you can use like 2, 3, or 4 of the same troop and it still counts for full score. The other things that count for your score is you have to gain a lot more mana than the enemy by about 5 times. You have to do about, you need to do a lot more damage than the enemy by about 5 times. And you need to win as quickly as you possibly can as far as turns are concerned. And do keep in mind that every single extra turn that you spam does count as a turn. However, technically less turns in that if you use a turn normally, it would count as 2 turns because you do a turn and the enemy does a turn. However, if you do 2 extra turns, that counts as 2 turns as well. However, they're both your turns rather than one being the enemy and one being your own. Other than that, what else? That was it. Oh, and make sure nothing dies. Yeah, that's all you really need to worry about. Pure color, get more mana, do more damage, make sure nothing dies on your team, and if it does, resummon it. And as long as you resummon anything to its position, it will count for less score reduction. Which is one of the reasons why you saw me trying to resummon everything on that one battle. Was because it reduces the amount of points that you lose by getting them all resummoned. You still lose quite a bit of points from taking all the damage from them dying. However, you don't lose as many if you are capable of resummoning everything. Doesn't make too huge a difference, but I believe it can make anywhere from like a 20 to 50 point difference per troop that you lose if you actually resummon it compared to not resummoning it. So it definitely adds up. As far as the full breakdown, we don't really know how it breaks down exactly. Otherwise, everyone would try utilizing around that. And they made sure not to ever really post it publicly. However, they might simplify it into the future, as it's been rather complicated for a while how it currently is, and they have been looking to make it a little bit easier to understand, because nowhere's in the game itself is any of that really explained, or nowhere's in the game is it explained. Also, I just realized we're getting Christmas pet soon. Next Wednesday is Christmas pet, which makes sense, because isn't it the day before Christmas? Actually, no. Actually, it is literally Christmas. I forgot about that. Christmas falls on a Wednesday this year. Which means the pet day is quite literally Christmas, and we get a Christmas tree. Cute. Interesting. Anyways, so, code. Let's go hand that out. Code. Let's see. Grab that. Put that there. Put that over there. So if I sound out of breath, that's mostly because I am. Mostly because my asthma was kind of going a little bit the other day. It still is now. So I'm now like all out of breath because of it. But there you guys go. There's a redeem code you use on gemsofwar.com with the game code section. There you go. Invite code can be found in any of your settings menu right over here. Whatever your game says right over there. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Just copy paste random numbers and letters. Actually, it's just letters. And give the same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. It only works on PC mobile version. Okay. So for the rest of the stream, One thing I want to go check before I do. We're going to probably just explore. However, did we get a win yet? No. Why can we only get 2 wins this week? We got 2-12, 2-6, 2-8, and 2-7. If this doesn't get more than 2 wins, one of these two, I'd be very surprised. This might be the first week ever where we get the exact same amount of wins on every single day. 2 is such a weird number to have on all of them, too. And hopefully we'll make first place, since there's actually a benefit now. It does look like we're moving up, if nothing else, which isn't necessarily a good thing. However, we do get naturally 25 more gems in the next bracket. However, getting first place in this bracket would allow us to get even more than 125 gems. But we'll see how it goes. Yep, no problem, everyone. Okay, next order of business. Let's go do some explore grinding. Of course, even though we finished a good bulk of this, we still have a lot of it to do. We ended up finishing out the fact that we got 3 niches. However, that is by no means the end of the grind of tokens, since we need them to go get a bunch of troops upgraded, and we need to go get 100 things upgraded to go get an achievement that basically no one has. We will definitely not be the first, and I'm in no direct rush to go get it up. However, I do want to get it eventually. And the quickest way to get there is throw a little bit of explore here and there every single day. Scattered throughout. I feel like on average I only farm it for about an hour a day. However, if we do it an hour a day forever, it will get it done. Eventually. Okay, and if nothing else, this is great farming of gold. This location farms around 350,000 gold per hour, give or take 50,000. And at that gold rate is the highest gold rate in the entire game. Especially since PvP's gold rate got ever so slightly reworked as of this most recent patch. Because they fixed an exploit with it. Okay, did we cascade full mana? No, we did not. So we'll throw it on the mountain, get to full, and he instantly dies off of that. Be good to go. Yeah, but no problem for the code, everyone. Enjoy. And we'll have a super ultra mega code for Christmas this Wednesday. And we will be streaming on New Year's Eve and Christmas at normal time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we do every night. And our last stream will be Thursday night. What is that, the 26th? Yeah, the 26th will be our last stream. Because after that, I'll be going away for the holidays for about 2 weeks or so. Also, I'm out of water. Well, kind of. I don't have a spare water. Normally, I grab like 2 waters because I know I'll need another one. And I already went through them. I always forget to get another one before stream. I'll get sidetracked with setting up something for the stream. And then the stream gets around. It's like, oh yeah, I completely forgot to go get more water. Well, let's see. Grab that, grab that. Get Scorpius down. Christmas stream night, a stream for the lonely. I'll still be celebrating Christmas earlier on in the day. And I'm also going to be celebrating when I end up going away for the 2 weeks, the holidays. And obviously New Year's occurs during that time as well. Oh, yeah, let's go for that double kill. Make sure he doesn't devour us. I think he's only ever gotten like 1 or 2 devours on us. One kind of nice thing about this team composition is, what's his name? Scorpius cannot be devoured, and that's because he is impervious. So even if that mythic somehow does get a cast off on us somehow, because that's almost guaranteed not to happen just because of how much mana he needs, even if he somehow does get a devour, he cannot devour Scorpius because impervious will block the devourer and they have no curse. Can we get an extra turn? There we go. And he'd be dead. Hopefully we can actually get something decent. I think we only got like 0 or 1 Anu this morning. And hopefully we can at least get a Nisha today. We still have 0 Nishas, by the way. Since we've gotten 3 Nisha medals, we have gotten 0 Nishas. Which is an extremely bad, unlucky streak. I really wish there was a way to cycle medals in a way where you get more than 100 medals per cycle. There's currently no way to do that. Even if you chase 20%, you only get around 90 or so per battle, or you know, per cycle. And with 90, while you might be able to more frequently take the full cycle, you still won't be able to indefinitely, because 1 out of 10 times will still be short a few shards. Loading screen. Hello? Hello, hello, loading screen. Would you like to load? You know you want to. Load all 3 of the Nishas. Okay, what can we get here? I'll probably just go for an immediate explode. Almost every single board will be immediate explode, unless we have a guarantee extra turn. It's immediate explode every time. Also, from what you can currently tell, even though Urskea is getting a faction soon, it looks like we are not getting immune to poison in this faction. The most annoying thing seems to be a 25% revive chance, which will make this play slightly less viable, but probably rarely enough that it won't be too big a deal, but we'll have to see. But yeah, the only slight issue is that we're getting a 25% revive chance troop here. However, still no immune to poisons. Okay, let's get a mountain in there. No extra turn, but that's dead. Over 240,000 gold keys? Nice. That's a lot of gold keys. I think I'm currently sitting at like 160,000. 150, yeah. I wonder what the biggest gold key stack even is these days. I'd probably say somewhere in like 300,000 to 400,000. There's not too many things that give gold key drops, though. Like, you get some off a guild every single week. You get them randomly from manual moves occasionally, which is a really outdated mechanic. And you get most of them probably from Tribute these days, I would say. Is probably the biggest contributor. Because I probably get around 1,000 gold keys a week just off a Tribute. Because you get twice as many gold keys as you get gems off of it. Because for every 1 gem, you get 2 gold keys. And about every 100 gold keys is also an additional gem. Actually, technically, every 100 gold keys is about 1.5 gems. Because they're 1% drop off of gold keys, while also having a chance of dropping 1 or 2 off that 1% drop. Meaning that every 100 drops counts as an average of 1.5 gems for gold keys. You saw one with nearly 800,000? Wow. That is definitely a lot. We'll grab that for now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure some people might even almost be up to 3-digit maps. I think I'm at like 15? No, I'm probably at 18,000 maps or something. If I had to guess. Ah, 90,000. Pretty sure someone's at over 100,000 by now. There's someone who farmed like crazy that has 100,000 out there. Oh, should have taken that extra turn. Whoops. Luckily we extra turned off the cascade. Hey, you're gonna mythic everything once that kingdom drops. We still don't know if, when we're gonna be getting a new kingdom. They said they haven't ruled out adding another kingdom. However, it has been a year and a half since we've gotten a new kingdom, compared to when we used to get one every few months. But they did say they haven't ruled out one. And the big 5-0 patch is around the corner, as in sometime next year. Probably early or midway through next year. And there is a possibility that that patch could actually bring a new kingdom, which would be around the 2-year mark since the previous kingdom. But yeah, the reason why everyone's hoarding gold keys, for any of you that don't know, is back in the day, you used to hoard all of your gold keys for whenever a new kingdom comes out. And then when a new kingdom came out, you would go and use all of your gold keys in order to get every new common that came in. The 1 or 2 new commons that were attached to the kingdom. However, new kingdoms don't come into the game anymore. Or at least for the last year and a half. And everyone who used to use keys in that fashion pretty much still hoard all their keys. So a lot of late game and end game players have like over 100,000 keys because they've been saving them for over a year. Or possibly even longer. Also, even if a new kingdom did come out, I think you only need like 50,000 gold keys to max everything. It's like 50 to 80,000. Like anything beyond that's gonna be way excess. I might open mine eventually. Or at least down to 100,000 or something. Because I still have 1 troop I need to go get upgraded. It's for Blighted Lands. I still didn't get the Nightmare upgraded yet. That 1 horse comment thing. I don't believe that place is 10 stars yet, but once it does reach 10 plus stars, I need to go open gold keys until it's maxed. Which will probably burn down my gold keys to about 100,000 or so. Which is perfect because I do want to try keeping at least 100,000 plus on reserve. In case we somehow get a new kingdom. For whatever reason. You wonder if they do Portuguese localization? They did say they might add another kingdom if they do another localization. Though I'm not sure what localization they would really aim for at this point. And I'm not even sure how many localizations they would even want to do more at this point. Because it costs them a lot of money to keep translating everything. Though, did they ever do Chinese localization? Yeah, they did. That's a Chinese flag, right? I believe so. It doesn't say what language it is. I assume that's Chinese, right? That's a Chinese flag, right? I'm not going crazy. I'm not too good with flags. I'm pretty sure that's a Chinese flag, though. Yeah, it is Shantang with Chinese, yeah. Because I can't really think of a really major language that they would bother going for at this point. That'd be profitable enough for them to actually localize for. Well, since they did do Chinese then, because I thought it was Japanese that they did, they actually, oddly enough, do not have Gems of War translated for Japanese, which I kind of find rather funny, because they have Puzzle Quests translated for Japanese, because it was originally released on DS, and the HD remake was released on Switch, which, of course, due to Nintendo being big in Japan, has a really big Japan localization. So it's kind of funny, because for that reason, this game is not localized in Japan. However, Puzzle Quest and Puzzle Quest HD's remake is. I feel like Japanese is like the main next one that they might go for. Also, didn't Salty say she speaks Japanese too? To some degree? I'm pretty sure she's not fluent, but she probably knows enough to travel there. And get around. Obviously, that's not enough to translate a game, but still. Godzilla common troop. Surian said on stream that Japan doesn't have a big enough player base yet. Last time he suggested Fudo Japan Kingdom. Really? I would expect Japan to have enough. Especially since they released on Switch. Though they never really made too big of a push on Switch. It seems like the Switch player base total is like 10,000. Which would definitely be the smallest platform. But that's also because it's the newest. Switch version hasn't even existed for a year yet. Whereas every other version has existed for 3 to 5 years. And they said they had about a 10% player base growth. That was almost entirely Switch version. So there's definitely some amount of player base to it. Oh no, we have 0 sigils left, or whatever those things are called. The shards. There's too many different shards. I forget what these shards are even called. Let's call them explore shards. They probably have a proper name somewhere. Either call them blue shards or explore shards. Or that thing that you need 100 of. Myth stones? Are they called Myth Stones? Yeah, they actually are called Myth Stones. I thought they had shards somewhere in their name, though. Hello, Isabel. Glad you can make it. Welcome. We ended up finishing out. Guild War, obviously. Right now, we're mostly just trying to get some more tokens, of which we're getting nothing good. Nothing at all. Let's see. Does it actually say over here what they're called? It should. Where's the token section? Is there not a token section? Wait, is there not a token section? How is there not a token section? I never realized this. Hold up. There's no token section in your inventory. Why? I never realized that. Why is there no token section for your inventory? Like, obviously you can check it up here. But, strange. I never realized that. Huh. Weird. Hello, Jeremy. Welcome. Oh, you just got your first Cedric. Congrats. Yeah, he's a really great gold farming option. Particularly good with things that boost ratio off of gold, like Egg Thief and Skeleton Key. And similar related mechanics. We don't have an option. Let's go for that for now. And then just double Scorpiusum. And be good to go. If anyone has any questions, just let me know. I'll make sure to answer them all. If I missed anything, also let me know. And we'll go answer that. Yeah, Japan has some pretty popular match 3 games. Actually, if I had to think of what their version of it is, I know one thing that's pretty popular there. Puzzles and Dragons, I believe, is still pretty popular in Japan. It's less popular globally than Gems of War is, but I believe in Japan it is, like, gigantic relative to other match 3s. That's a hello, James. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Yes, Puzzles and Dragons is a match 3. That's what I just said. Guess I said the name of the thing wrong. But I believe that's one of the bigger ones in Japan. I'm not sure if all of them that are. I know that one's not small. I believe Gems of War still has a bigger player base. But the player base for that game is mostly concentrated in Japan. Oh yeah, Gems of War definitely feels a lot different than most other match 3 games. I've been playing it since it launched for 5 years now, and it's definitely vastly different than how most others go about it. Do you have a good all-around class leveling team? The easiest way to do it is to spam level 1, 2, or 3 Explore with that Rowan team you normally see us using, which is any weapon that doesn't block Rowan, followed by Rowan, Mirage Queen, and Leprechaun. But it's this team right over here. This one right here. Actually, let me take my tribute. 1 second. Right here. This one. The any weapon you want with any hero class you want to level, followed by Rowan, Leprechaun, and Mirage Queen. These two need to be fully traded. The Leprechaun and Mirage Queen. Mirage Queen you get for throwing some shards at Sunken Fleets, 20 at a time off the portal, and doing a few hundred should hopefully give you a Mirage Queen. Definitely no more than a few thousand. And Rowan you get for free from completing a Forest of Thorns. And Leprechaun's random drop off of Glory, Gem, and yeah, just Glory and Gem Keys, or Guild Chests. Any of those three would end up having him as a random drop if you don't already have him. And Rowan's free from Forest of Thorns, and you can just use any weapon. But yeah, you just run this, and it ends up working out pretty well. You just run that with Rowan, get one shot quick kill. You run this with pure armor, so you set all three of your things to additional armor off of Medals of Guard. You get yourself 24 armor, which is 48 additional damage. And then you go to low level Explorer of 1, 2, and 3 and instantly kill it. Actually, we're on it right now, and I can show it. This is currently Explore 3, though you could do even lower if you don't have enough stats. All you have to do is just immediately cast Leprechaun. Go right into Rowan, and rinse and repeat until you've maxed out whatever hero class you want. And just keep doing that over and over again. It wins even quicker than the team that we're using for this. However, you're not getting as much loot, but you are gaining more class XP. I'm not sure about Tesla, but you can switch to Sunbird in most situations. I mostly just use Rowan as it has a higher reach as far as its amount of damage I can get down. Also, whoops, I did not mean to use this team. That's not the team I want. Yeah, Tesla doesn't have enough damage for doing these kind of things. Sunbird does. However, Rowan has more damage than Sunbird. And that becomes increasingly more the case as more stats come into the game. We are almost at the point where Sunbird isn't even viable anymore. Like, it still is, but as time goes by, it keeps becoming more and more irrelevant compared to Rowan. Let's see, we'll go for Mountain there. Yeah, Salty's under a lot of stress as of what happened Monday. And it's mostly because one of the biggest economy exploits that has ever happened in the game ended up occurring. And they didn't do anything to roll it back. We still don't know exactly what's going to be happening with that. I think their game plan at this point is just to ignore it and hope everyone else just kind of forgets about it. That seems to be their tactic with it. Where it seems weird because they've rolled back for way less than that before. Yeah, Salty doesn't have much power to actually change anything related to that. He's pretty much just the messenger of whatever the higher-ups say, for the most part. Yeah, it probably wasn't too many people for the most part, so if nothing else, it's not that bad. However, at least a few dozen or a few hundred people ended up using it to gain a pretty large advantage compared to everyone else who didn't. And that's where most people's frustration is with it. Gosh, can we get anything better than Arachnia today? So unlucky. But we do need more Arachnia, so I guess that works. We still need more of literally everything as far as tokens are concerned. So technically any drop is useful, but obviously the higher rarity ones would be more useful. Oh, so hello, Fatal Fox. Welcome. Glad you could join us. When leveling a class, any advantage to using the class weapon? No. When leveling a hero class, the only thing that matters is winning as quickly as possible while having the hero class set. No other factor matters. As long as the hero class is set and you are using hero in your team. You have to use hero in your team, but it doesn't matter what weapon you specifically use. At one point, you used to be able to gain class XP without hero in your team. But as of the last year and a half or so, you do have to use it in your team specifically. But other than that, as long as you have the hero class set and you have it in your team, you will gain XP. And the only thing that matters is how quickly you can win a battle. There are some battles that give 2 XP rather than 1 XP. However, farming Explorer, even though it only gives 1 XP, is normally the best method. Just because you can cycle through battles within about 20 seconds each. Which is quicker than any other location. You can theoretically get more XP off of Adventure Board daily, so you should generally do those. As those can also be won within 20 seconds. However, they give 2 XP each. And also, the first 2 battles of pet battles also function similarly, in that they can be ran in about 20 seconds each while still giving 2 XP. But obviously, as far as anything that you can do infinitely, Explorer is the best method at low level range. Even though it's only 1 XP per battle, you cycle through it so quick that it is easily a little over 3 XP per minute. Battle itself takes like 10 seconds, the rest are just loading screens and transitioning through the screen to get to the next screen. Which takes about 20 seconds, 15 to 20. So what happened during the 40-minute window? You just started watching. Basically what happened on Monday, and what all the controversy is about in regard to it, and why Salty's so stressed, because everyone was like complaining to her about it, even though she has very little impact on being able to, you know, do any immediate fix to it. But what basically happened on Monday is the new Guardian troops that were introduced to the game were accidentally introduced to gold keys, and getting them in gold keys is exponentially cheaper than getting them through seals or orbs. And it on average saved anyone who did it purely out of gold keys about 20,000 gem worth of value between not having to spend seals and not having to spend orbs. Which means anyone who got to upgrade all the Guardians with gold keys instead of seals ended up saving thousands upon thousands of gems. Or at least gem value. Not directly gems, but, you know, gem value. Which is pretty much the same equivalent for the most part. But that's the big controversy thing. It was probably only a few hundred people or so. But obviously, that's a great disadvantage to everyone who didn't get to do it. That's basically what the whole thing was on about. And also because the devs announced that they weren't going to do anything about it. Which is what mainly caused all the controversy. Because it was one of the biggest resource leaks in the game and they're not fixing it. Or at least currently they're not. They might decide to. Did you stay aimless after a certain level? After a while, the same things are repeated? As far as what? Do you mean mastery level ups? I'm not sure what you mean by that. But yeah, you just tend to keep your masteries even, if that's what you're referring to. Because after around level 200 something, you pretty much stop getting anything from level ups as far as weapons are concerned. And you should just be keeping all of them even. Wow, you got 4 blues and 2 major blues from Bounty. Gosh. I'm at 2 small purples and nothing good off a major. That's all we've gotten so far. But gosh, that is absurd lucky. I haven't gotten a major blue for months, if I'm not mistaken. You can just get very unlucky for long durations of time. Similarly, so can Explore. We'll go for that. Bigger mountain. You'll trade your luck for 3 niches, I know, right? I'm not even sure which one I even want more these days. Blue Ascension Orbs or Nishas. I feel like where my account currently is, I actually get more value out of Nishas, oddly enough. Like, I would probably value, at least for myself, I'd probably value 1 medal of Nisha, not a token, but a medal, as better value than an Orb of Ascension, or even a major Orb of Ascension for that point. For most people, that probably wouldn't be the case. But given that we already have everything max ascended, that seems like the way to go. He's just getting more Nishas. Can I show a good team for Bounty? For what? For 3 or 4? For 3, we ended up running the Bounty Captain, followed by Excavator, followed by Yagway, followed by Warhound. Basically, the 2 that mana generate red, with the Bounty in first, and your Yagway is damage option. And that's why I did for the entirety of Bounty, except for the first 12, in which case I just ran 4 Bounty troops in a similar fashion, but with Tagraki. Tagraki's really good at soloing Bounty Hunter as a Bounty troop. It's the only really good Bounty Hunter damage source. Did Bill ask for honor yet, or did you miss it? I don't think he asked for honor yet. Oh, he did? Okay, never mind. I missed it. I should probably just assume he has asked for it, because he normally does every single time. He's not here right now, though, is he? He would have definitely mentioned something by now. When he hears free honor. I'm still surprised he hasn't gotten maxed yet. He's been trying for a couple of months now. The only problem is you do get diminishing return if the same people keep giving it to you. He's lurking. He's probably lurking. I feel like a lot of people like watch the stream in the background. Ugh. So if they get mentioned, they might not reply immediately. I know I keep forgetting what keyboard to use sometimes because now I have a 3 keyboard setup. I have 1 keyboard for my old computer, 1 keyboard for the new laptop that we're streaming off of right now, and 1 keyboard for my Nintendo Switch. And I also have 4 screens: the 2 computers, TV, and account's phone as a screen, because I don't really use my phone too much as a phone. I use it more so as like a little mini computer, almost. It feels so weird having so many screens because I'm so used to having just a single screen setup. But as of this most recent year, we've gone from 1 screen to 4 screens. There's not really much room for any more screens, though. We're pretty much all screened out. Though realistically, I don't think I'm going to ever need more screens in this. It is perfectly fine and functional. Up there he is. Let's go give Bill honor. The honor of giving Bill honor. There we go. Go get maxed honor already. Let's see. We'll take that. Grab the explosion. Get a mountain. If anyone has any other questions, do let me know. Because I'll probably wrap up after we get next chests. But we will be streaming tomorrow. I might be starting a little bit closer to noon. So do be wary of that. But, I'll be streaming tomorrow. And the main reason for that is I just want to sleep in a little bit. Because I've been getting a little bit of sore throat and everything from the, asthma flaring up a bit. So I kind of just want to let it rest a little bit. But I'll probably be starting around... Hey, an Anu, nice. So, we need 3 more Anu, tokens. And we can actually go get maxed, Yagwe. Because now we have 2 badges. And with another 3 tokens, that is now 3 spare medals of Anu that we can go throw in to go get Yagwe maxed. But anyways, guys, I will be wrapping up for now. Unless there's any other mentions of questions you guys want to mention. I see AG's question. We got to around to that in a second. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be back around noon tomorrow in about 15 hours from now. I'll probably start around noon. Actually, we will start at noon. I'll confirm it right now. We're starting at noon tomorrow. How about that? But, yeah, we'll start around noon, do our few hours, finish up Bounty Hunter, farm, explore bet, and go from there. Anyways, thank you everyone for coming down. Any recommended soul farming team with no fair Shra? Dragon Soul, any necromancy followed by Umberwolf. Or the cheapest way to do it is Dragon Soul, Necromancer, any hero with Purple Storm. And the more expensive way to do it, that still uses 0 fair Shras, is Dragon Soul, Azarus, and last slot you make Umberwolf. And you do it that way. In both cases, you do need Dragon Soul. Dragon Soul is probably one of the most useful legends in the game, at least from a early mid-game perspective. You don't see me using it too often, because it's mostly just used for soul farming later in the game. However, you can use it for both dragon teams and for soul farming earlier on in the game. The main thing why you don't use it too much later in the game is he's capped out at 20 damage. If you use a full team of dragons, he'll do 20 damage per cast, which obviously earlier on in the game is pretty solid to automatically be able to do 20 damage as soon as you simply just get a legend, regardless of what point you are within the game. However, later in the game, that gets increasingly less effective, being able to only do 20 damage to the entire enemy team when we can hit like 30s, 40s, 50s pretty easily with various stuff. Let's see, there's another question in there. What did I miss? Any one of you know any way to get ingots? Yes, you get them in PvP, and you get a random drop of them in PvP and Arena, where you can end up getting quite a few of them, particularly lower rarity ones, just spamming PvP over and over again. And the other way you can get them is through Underworld. So if you go over to Underworld, and once you get this unlocked, you can go do delves down here, and all of these delves end up giving you a bunch of legendary and mythic ingots. Not only do you get it from reaching certain goals for total renown, but you also end up getting it for drops within the chest at the end of each delve. So you can end up accumulating a decent amount that way. But yeah, those are the main methods in which you can accumulate ingots within the game. Is there a special event coming out randomly? I'm not sure what you mean by that. But I don't believe so. I think we might have a Battle Crasher next week for probably some small amount of loot because it's going to be Christmas week. But other than that, I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. Let's see. Delves, you don't think you're at the level yet? You unlock it from completing out 3 kingdoms. What 3 kingdoms those are, I forget. I know it's Cinder Mirage and 2 others. They end up changing the requirement. It used to just be Cinder Mirage. However, the requirement was changed a few months ago, and I do not remember it offhand. But I believe it tells you if you click on it. If you try clicking to go to the Underworld, I believe it tells you the kingdoms you have to do to unlock the Underworld. I know Cinder Mirage is one. It's not based on the level. It's based on a few amount of kingdoms that you need to complete. I'm pretty sure clicking that button should tell you. If it doesn't, then I should probably go mention that to the devs. Because it definitely should. But yeah, clicking this button that says KrissTigger should bring up a screen that tells you what kingdoms you need to go do. Let's see. You think PvP always gives a random ingot? Yes. PvP and Arena both have a 100% chance to give you a random ingot per battle. Though they're mostly going to be giving you lower rarity ingots. But any other questions, anyone? I believe that was everything. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Leave a like if you enjoyed the stream. And, yeah, we'll be back soon. I'll be back noon tomorrow Eastern Standard Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. And Eastern Standard Time 1, of course, is 1 hour prior to now tomorrow, as we do every night. I'll catch all of you later. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Enjoy the holiday. Best of luck with the, I almost said Vault event. I almost said Gnome event. Gosh, I'll say the right one eventually. Good luck with the Bounty Hunter. Next week is Vault event, though I won't be around for it. And, yeah, don't forget, Thursday night will be our last stream as well for the holidays, or basically of the year, because I won't be back until the 6th after this Thursday night. But anyways, guys, enjoy the holidays. I'll catch you guys later. Stay warm, and goodbye, everyone.